So I'm going to talk about how to present your work as a PDF. This is specifically for my Brook students, but if you're other students, you may find this helpful. We're going to talk about how to use Google Slides, how to make a PDF, and how to take screen grabs from Macs. So getting into Google is really simple. Click on a new tab, you should see this little grid of squares. Click on it, that will open Google Drive. If you right click on one of these images, it will locate that file for you, or you can use these very obvious file path things to browse for your work. So with Google Open, we can right click in here to add a file, or I just use this new button and choose a Google slide. So for my students, I'd really like you to use a white background or a predominantly white background. So please don't choose one of these black styles, because it's just going to consume a lot of ink when I print and just be annoying. So if you could add, please, your name, and the assessment. Oh, I can't spell. Right click, assessment, there we go, it's better. And we're also going to add a cover image. So I have some images from a previous student. So I'm just going to drag the image from the folder onto the Google Slides. And you should see that little copy icon, and then it will appear here. Drag around to resize it, and right click, and then you can set the order and send it to back, like that. Set the order, send it right to back, not just send backwards, and that will reveal the text in front of it. Quite often I need you to do wireframes, and wireframes are very good so that I can understand the construction of your model. Making a wireframe is really easy. You can do it in Windows by clicking down here in the search box and doing snip, and you can open the snipping tool. Then you click on this new button, and then you can just drag a box around the part of the window you need to snip. Then you can do copy, edit copy rather, and then I can paste that into a new Google slide. I'm going to do that by clicking on this little down arrow, clicking on a blank page, right clicking and doing paste. And that's my wireframe there. So as you can see, Google Slide is really simple to use. I'd like to think of this as well as being a presentation of your work for assessment. You can think of it as a portfolio which you could present to future employers. So do try and present it neatly as though I was an employer, and so you don't have to do it again. So the prettier you make this, the better it is for the future. If you want to add text, so let's just add a little description. Just use the text box tool. Hello. And add some sensible descriptions which are useful for your work. There are some useful layout tools which you can get used to. So if you drag, if you want to make things neat, you can see these little red lines appearing. So that means I've got the image centered horizontally, sorry, vertically rather. And if I drag that way, you can see I've got it centered horizontally as well. And there's also a center in page option. And if you have multiple images, it means you can do nice layouts quite quickly in Google Slides. The last thing is, all submissions should be as PDF files uploaded to your personal Google Drive. If you go to File, Download As, and you can choose an option and choose PDF. If you choose PDF, it means anybody can open and read it without much issue. And I think that's the safest option pretty much for all work at the moment, because file formats get out of sync. People may not have Microsoft Word or OpenOffice or whatever else, but most people are able to open PDF files without issue. So there you go. If you've got any comments, you can see me in class or comment in the text box below.